morning. Thanks for joining us again. And once again, we're in La Alpujarra in Spain, and we're setting out on a walk. Today we're walking with an old friend of ours, Erik, all the way from Denmark, and we're doing a walk called what is it called? Los Castaños, or some people call it Acequia Alta. Two names to the walk, and we're already puffed. It starts at the top end of a village called Mecina Bombaron, and you just climb up old mule routes for quite a way up into the mountains, and then drop down, and then the path back is along beautiful acequia. Should be loads of lovely wildflowers at this time of year, but if you do the walk in October, it's even more spectacular because all the castaños are full of lovely chestnuts, and yeah, it's a real beautiful walk to do in autumn. So stick with us and see what we see along the way. There'll be a lot of heavy breathing on this one. It's a warm day already. Not even sure exactly how long this walk is. Don't seem to measure it in kilometres here on walks. It's more appropriate just to do the number of hours, and this one's supposed to take about 3 hours, so it'll probably take us about 4. But we're not out to break any records. Plenty of rests on a warm day, and if you do want to walk this area, there's a couple of good books with a number of routes right down the Alpujarras. I'll put links down below if they're still in print. I bought my copies many years ago, but well worth a look. One's by, I think it's Derek Rabjohns. The other one I can't quite remember who it's by, but I'll put links to them if they're still for sale. Well worth buying if you're going out this way for a walking holiday. They are a little bit weighted towards the western end of the Alpujarra. Somebody probably does need to do a good book of this end, you know, from Mecina Bombaron down to sort of Alpujarra or whatever. Yeah, it's less catered for in the walking books. Always lovely walking alongside the water, especially in a hot climate like this. But yeah, these lovely sweet chestnut trees are the real star of the show down here. They've all been sponsored by whether it's children, and then there's teachers, and each one's got a sign on it saying who it's been sponsored by down in the village. So after climbing up from Mecina Bombaron for about 1 kilometre, you can either, it's like a loop that's attached to the top of this walk, a circuit. So you get to a little bridge over the Acequia, and you'll see the path climb up to the left. We follow that up to meet a mule track. You can do it the other way around, but this gets the hot climb out of the way first, and then we loop up, and then drop down to the Acequia, and then we can finish the walk in the cool, under the trees as the day gets warmer. So this is the first bit you don't want to miss, so keep an eye out for that if you're doing this walk ever. Come on, Maria.
Where am I going to go, Maria?
Take a swim.
Am I have
I think we'll save her embarrassment. She's making a right mess of this.
I think
Whoa!
I don't know, like
I want to get little legs.
crossing Niagara Falls or something.
Well,
Parts of this track have been bulldozed because obviously the farmers need to get access to their farms with modern vehicles, but some sections just like this, you can just see how it's all been laid out stone by stone by stone. Must have been back-breaking work, but who knows how many hundreds of years this has been here. Obviously it's got a very long history of where the Moors were here and all that sort of thing, and that's back in the 1500s. So who knows, it could be that old even. And this path goes right across the Sierra Nevada to is it Guadix, I think, out onto the sort of central plain, and it was a very important trading route, and also a strategic route for when all of that fighting was going on, and who knows, even before that, maybe even in Roman times. So yeah, very historic place. Sorry for my heavy breathing.
that might have been his only opportunity and he ruined it.
So just along this section, as I said before, the path's been kind of bulldozed so that they can get their four-wheel drives to the farm, so it's a bit dusty for the next couple of kilometres, but to make up for it you get your first views right up into the high Sierras. I don't think you can see Mulhacén, which rises up to I think 3,500 metres. Don't think you can see it on this walk, but all the others are they're up in the sort of 3,000, so it's a very high mountain range. Is it the highest range in Europe, or is that the Pyrenees?
The highest is the Alps.
Oh, sorry, in Spain then, is it?
It's the highest in Spain, yes.
The highest in Spain, yeah.
More higher than
Pyrenees. But obviously not in Europe now.
I think it's the second highest in Europe.
Uh-huh. views up into the Sierra Nevadas now as you get higher up are really amazing. Beautiful countryside. Right, well, we've had a little detour. Somebody's kindly bulldozed in a new track which we blindly followed instead of keeping to the old one down to the right, but I think we're back on the straight and narrow now, and just coming round to where you look down and see an era or threshing circle, and then that's where we drop down to the Acequia again. Fingers crossed. Down behind me you've got one of the many eras, and the eras were for they're all over the Alpujarra, usually in windy spots, and they used to toss the wheat in the air, and the wind would carry all the chaff away, and that's how they separated the wheat back in those days. And as I say, there's lots of farming work going on, so they put new paths through and all of that sort of thing, and then not averse to taking the way markers away for walks as well, so do keep an eye out for these white and yellow flashes, otherwise you'll be adding on kilometres onto your walk like we've done today. But we're on the right path now, and we're just heading down to the Acequia. Little house behind me, proper doer-upper, and you've even got your very own fig tree growing out of the side of it, so it's an unusual little convenience feature, but nice to have. Back along the Acequia now, and it's good to get back in the shade of these lovely big castaños, because it's getting quite warm now. I think it's getting on for 11:30 or something. So, just meander back along here, and it should be nice timing to get a cold beer once we get back a bit closer to home. It's a constant battle against the elements to keep these acequias open and keep the land irrigated. So it's nice to get these natural ancient stretches that are just lined with stone, because a lot of it's been replaced by concrete, some of it's even been piped and covered over. Obviously it's an expensive job, but it's yeah, it's just lovely to see some of the old natural stretches of it. Just caught the only helicopter in the Alpujarra. Tell a lie, actually, they do have a lot of flash fires in the drier months, and the helicopters can be an amazing sight as they come into carrying buckets of water to fight the fires. Seen that a few times. Very arid region. Absolutely love it along here. Definitely one of my favourite walks in the Alpujarras. Fantastic, stunning valley, lovely shade. So yeah, fantastic walk whatever time of year. Beautiful. You see Mecina Bombaron coming back into view below us now. So not far to go before we can get some refreshment. Okay, we're just on the final stretch now down into Mecina Bombaron, and you saw that bit on the way out, so I won't bore you with it again. So if you watched this far, thanks for watching. We've had a lovely walk. Yeah, it turned out quite long, but I think if we hadn't had the little detours, kind of courtesy of the local farmers removing signposts, then it would have been about 10 kilometres or just over 6 miles. But absolutely beautiful walk, and that's it then, folks. Might just bring you back for a cheers if we stop for a tubo on the way down the hill. So from me and Maria and Erik, bringing up the rear, thanks very much for watching. See you soon on another video. Bye. Skål.
Skål.
Cheers.
Skål.
Oh, ready for that.
Mange tak for en god vandring. You didn't understand.
No, it's still filming.